Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. It's the Andy person here, and today I'm gonna be showing you what I've been doing in Minecraft. This first run through is just gonna be showing what the area looked like before I really started working on it. This part I actually did after I did the run through of the clean version, the one that's already done. So I'll be looking at things that have no significance because of the order that I put them in this run through. So what I wanted though was to make an underground dwarf city, and it had to have two things. It had to have an abandoned... Oh, I'm just checking the peaceful settings here. I don't want any monsters spawning during this video. I'm checking... I want a ravine. I want a big ravine for a marketplace for this dwarf city, and it also has to have an abandoned mine shaft for the streets and the housing where the dwarves are all gonna live. And here, there's supposed to be a door that leads up to a path that I built that gets you into the actual city. Right now, I'm thinking this is gonna be like a court or some area of significance through the marketplace or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't got it all figured out. But right now, this is how it looked before I got to it. And it looks quite different, as you'll see in the second part of the video. I don't want to give anything away by saying what I've done to it, but it's pretty nice. So I'm just getting into the actual city here the only way that exists now. I build a path that's roughly the same way, but it's just a lot nicer to use, because dwarves are going to be using it, not just, you know, miners and people who can handle rough terrain like that. That's the mindset I have for this, by the way, is... actual dwarves are going to be living in this city. It needs to be a city that a bunch of dwarves could live in comfortably. So, I found this abandoned mine shaft, and by a complete stroke of luck, it is connected beautifully with my ravine, and it's very close by to the actual my first base that I set up, which is so cool. I did not expect that, but that's what I wanted to build first, without even finding any of this, and I found both things in the same place. I'm so thrilled for it. And right now I'm going through just showing what the abandoned mine shaft looks like before I've gotten to it. And right here, I know exactly where I'm going up until that point because I forgot that that wall was there. I forgot that there was a bunch of gravel that I cleared out and made a path through to get to where I'm trying to show you guys. And we'll get there eventually, but that wall being there has just caused me to get lost in my own freaking place. So I'm going to be wandering around a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's fine, I think. And right here, I'm just checking to make sure I know exactly where I am. Indeed, I do. There's nothing down here, exactly as I've always basically kept it. I just cleared the whole thing out of abandoned mine shaft stuff. So now I'm trying to get my bearings. I know I orient myself on those bridges, too. I know exactly where they lead, because... if you do the amount of work that I've done, you're going to learn the layout of this place. It's going to be extremely confusing at first, but you're going to figure it out. So then I remember all the torches. I always, when I'm exploring, I always put the torches on my left so that if I ever need to get back to safety, I just follow the torches, keep them on my right, and I'll get there eventually. And I can immediately see there's the mushroom farm that I haven't done anything with. We're just going to go through the ravine. I know how to get there from there. We'll just go ahead and do that. That secondary ravine that we saw. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe a second marketplace. I'm not really sure. Maybe a King's Armory. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But here's the ravine. And it's still very mineshafty. Mineshafty. And not this one, but this one here. This is what I was trying to get to. Because it's just a quicker way through. Just to show you essentially what the whole thing looked like before I... got to it and really started changing things. So here is that wall that I've been trying to... I totally forgot this wall was here, and right now is where I remember, oh yeah, there was a wall there. And I just looked down there because I didn't think I was going to be adding commentary to sort of orient the person watching. That's down there, but you're never going to recognize it anyway. Trust, you just won't. You'll be so lost. So I'm going to come back through here, turn left, go back down the stairs. This is the way I came still. And down there, we're going to go down there in a second. Yep. But first, I'm going to show you this. Because it because I did this the second part, so I thought it would have some significance, but it really just is kind of confusing. The 2 windows were dug right here, and I'm trying to get those windows back open, but it didn't work because I actually had to dig all the way up until that point, which you'll see. So now I'm digging down to try to get to the ceiling of the cavern, the major place where the marketplace is going to be and all that. I drop down here, and I reorient myself. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I am. I have a pretty good idea. And, okay, it should just be across this gravel. And then I remember, oh, wait, no. I remember the layout this gravel is in. I'm going the wrong way. So I turn around, and there is the entrance right there. That's where we popped out of originally. There's the major hallway. So, getting back to that place that I was just at, I'll explain the significance of why I did that in a second, or in the second part. But now we're coming down here, and this is what I like to call the miners' district. This is where all the miners live, because it's the easiest way to get into the mines. So they live the closest to the mines. And this is the most complete area of the city so far. But I'm just showing... It's almost unrecognizable, but it's the same layout. I haven't really changed everything, just added little homes for the dwarves. And we're gonna come down here. This part down here is completely unchanged in both parts, because it's you know, the miners' entrance. There's no need to change. They don't need anything fancy. Just get to work, right? So we're gonna wrap around over here. Or wrap around. Well, we are gonna wrap around, but I said that a little early. Because now we're here. This is my main base, essentially. This is where the mining is all done. These are all branch mines here. And we're gonna head back down here. That's where the video started. Now we're on the second part. As you can see, the tunnel is looking a little bit better. I still gotta fix that cobblestone. But there's no more dirt in the walls. Those 2 pieces of bricks aren't there. There's a torch inside there, if that looks... that might look like something messed up, but I'm going to turn it into a lava lamp eventually. And here we are. The carved out mountain. This is my marketplace for the dwarves. I've got my little pathways we're gonna go on. That right there is where I dropped down from just now. Up here is I was about to kill a chicken with an axe, but I kind of like the chickens, so I didn't. And I just sort of, yeah, added a lot of really big work, I guess. This is the first major thing I've ever built, by the way. Most of the time try that again. Before, any time I ever played Minecraft, I played it more as like a survival game, which got old. And so now I'm actually building stuff, which is what it's for. Here's that pathway I was talking about that leads into the actual city. Much nicer, much easier to use. And I'm gonna make a more direct route, because I assume you're not gonna want to try to funnel 500 freaking dwarves through that little door. So, oh yeah, and I was just looking at, if you rewind the video, I made a sort of a great wall, which I'm gonna sculpt lots of cool runes or patterns or something into. I left the gems and things in the walls, because I think it gives a much more wealthy sort of look to the dwarves. You know, there are gems that you dig out, and there are gems that you leave in for decoration. So, and that floor is all gonna change. That floor is gonna turn into cobblestone pathways with market stalls and all kinds of cool stuff. And over there I just put an N for nothing, but it also looks like a cool dwarven symbol, so I'm gonna leave it for now. And up here we will find, bam, we're back. It may not look like it, but I'll just reorient you right really quickly. Here's that major ravine we got through. Covered up the ceiling because monsters and creepers and zombies kept falling on my head, and that's really annoying to work with, so I covered that all up, and I trimmed the sides a little bit so it looked better. Here's the bridge, the main bridge. I've replaced the wood with cobblestone. I gave it some pillars so it looks a little bit more supported. I kept these fences and things because I thought it just looks kind of nice. And here is the way I meant to go last time. As you can see, all the mine shaft stuff is cleared out. I've taken all the coal and dirt and gravel off the walls and replaced it all with smooth stone. And marked special sort of areas that lead into other areas with cobblestone. That weird gravel pillar's gone. So here's the middle area. I'm going to put like a statue or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And as we come down here, turn left, go back down the stairs. there is the way to the miners district, miners area. And here's what I was trying to show earlier when I dropped down. Here's a little pathway leading into a room. Bam! Nice view. And here's the room itself, which isn't done at all. But that's, if you looked to the left, you saw that big structure with all those pillars. Oops, I paused it. And now I'm going to be out of sync a little bit, unless I put the pause exactly where I pause it. I hope everything is okay with that. I'll probably just be slightly out of sync. That's okay, though. Those big pillars, that's what that was, that we were in. And here's what the city's mostly going to look like, but I'm going to add little insignias and stuff around to break up the monotony of it all. And here's what some dwarven homes are going to look like. They're not furnished yet, obviously, because I'm still digging them out. This is the layout, though. This is what it's all going to look like. And down here, I've got a little vendor. Just pick up your mining gear on your way to work kind of stuff. And I've just dug into someone's home. Whoops. That's fine, though. So, this is what it's all going to end up looking like. Cobblestone streets, stone brick walls. These guys get a stone brick wall for the back wall because, as we will see, that back wall is the same as the mining entrance wall. Which I might actually replace with not stone brick. But it looks okay. And you know what this looks like to me, though? It looks like those old 3D mazes that are old screensavers. And I really like that look. It's really cool. And we're back in the mining entrance. We're going to circle back around here. So that's the amount of work I've been doing so far. It's far from finished, but I think I've made some pretty good progress on it. And that's not even showing... That's not showing even a quarter of the stuff I've cleared out or done. And we're about to end it now. Or the stuff above the ground. So, I've done quite a bit of work in this game, and I still have quite a bit left. Also, my plans are underground dwarf city, a kingdom of people, 2 types of elves, maybe a desert type of people, a human fortress in the nether. I've got all kinds of plans for this. So, thanks for watching, and have a good day.